We play.
We fight.
We conquer.
Welcome back to the Freak Show. I'm your host, BUMPY-MCSQUIGUMS. We're diving back on into Dark Deity. Master, I must begin with a humble apology. I was unable to retrieve the aspect at Drakenweld.
Why am I not surprised?
The stone is of little concern, quite forgettable, actually. The foul kingdom is rife with them. But your failure to obey I find quite troubling. Has my judgment of character fallen so far in my isolation?
Master.
Of course not, Master. There was a group of young warriors there, which we had not anticipated. Pitiful, really. They wanted to vanquish the bandits for the sake of a local backwater town.
Pathetic.
Pitiful indeed. Tell me then, how is it that these pitiful youths bested you? I felt it unwise to reveal the full extent of my powers over such a trivial matter. Trivial? Make no mistake, Akmenos. You only draw breath because you are useful to me. There are many ways to obtain the information I need. I was born of the eclipse. I have nothing but time. I understand. Do you? I could reduce you to dust and think nothing of it. You've been a plague on Terrazale for too long. Such wanton destruction is the folly of weaker men, but I will make an exception for one who treats my life's work as a triviality.
Fool.
Those young warriors may seem but vermin to you, but only a fool would discount enemies he has yet to defeat. Well, I left a parting gift for them, Master. An army of undead. It is unlikely they survived. Unlikely? Then you have failed. You have failed even to see their deaths through to the end? Know this: we are not the only ones in search of the aspects. I won't have us discovered so early. See to it that your baseless assumption is correct. Their bodies are absent from the manor. I will require more from you on this matter. Waste no more of my time.
It will be done.
Of course, Master. Well, he done messed up, didn't he? In Drakenweld Manor, the party finds much more than bandits after rescuing Sophia and Sloane. They are attacked by a powerful necromancer who came under the less than believable guise of the search for a family heirloom. Sarah, Brooke, and Samara, three mysterious women from Aramore, band with the party to defeat the undead. Sarah and Samara set off to continue their search, leaving Brooke with the party. Though Lincoln's sense of order and duty is conflicted by allowing this, there is more to this necromancer than they yet know. They head now for Sojourn, preparing to face the anger of King Varric. Alright. Nice little hop, skip, and jump. It's all good. You would vouch for him after he risked my troops against your orders? Lincoln is the most capable soldier I've had the privilege of commanding. He would have had good reason. This army isn't built like Carmont's Republic. I don't care how good his reasons were. While this crown sits on my head, orders are to be followed to the word. Every officer followed weeks-old orders and refused to adapt to changing circumstances. Aramore would write us straight into a history book. Time and again you stand your ground against my words. Do you know how many commanders have gone toe-to-toe with their liege and lived to speak of it? All of the competent ones, Your Highness.
Very well.
That's fair. Exactly. I am patient with you because I trust your brilliance. I am not so sure this Lincoln merits the same respect. All he requests is that his group stays together. They'll have to prove it a benefit to me. I shall arrange a test for them, a path of redemption. Should they pass, they can keep their battled group. That is most generous, Your Highness. If I catch wind of you giving them any kind of advantage, the headsman will not have such occasion to care for your brilliance as I. Understood, Your Highness. I wouldn't dream of it. Okay, cool. So we're going to be tested. Not like we haven't already been tested. Just saying there's been some testing going on. Alright, my Dragoon, what are we doing? We leveling up to, we've bonded with Sloan. What's up, girl? Let's bond. Dear gods, is that safe? It would be if you hadn't wandered into my personal space. Should I leave?
No.
No, stand very still. Very, very still. What's happening right now? There. Now you won't be burned to a crisp. Is there something important, or did you interrupt my training just to say hello? There isn't a good answer here, is there? Not if the answer isn't something important. Nope. Well, me asking about your past is pretty important, right? Do you care to leave willingly, or shall I resort to force? Wait, that came out wrong. I just mean that the last I heard you were living well in Canopy with your family at your back. Oh, you pay attention to kingdom politics. How original. I'm just trying to ask you a question.
Guess I'll state the obvious.
Stop trying then. Problem solved. Alright, I'm sorry. I didn't want to pry. I figured you wouldn't mind talking about it.
That's cute.
How about you go figure somewhere that isn't in my training space? Alright. Well, that was on par with Fire Emblem, for sure. Okay, Brooke. Brooke and Lincoln Bond. Brooke, it's good to see another Caramonthian face around here.
If you insist.
You should guard your assumptions, Captain. You know next to nothing about me. Well, I know you are a skilled fighter and that you come from a land governed by the way of oaths. I find both of these facts reassuring. I'd find them less reassuring if you knew how many oaths I had to break to get here. Perhaps I would. But our way also teaches us that no one is beyond redemption. One who fails in their oath may seek the path of atonement. With all due respect, Captain, I don't require superstition to make sense of my life. There is a difference between superstition and faith.
Whatever you say.
Take your pick. I'm afraid you'll find them both wasted on me. Then be assured of my prayers for you. Did you be assured of my blades? I might have once. Now I'm not so sure that's wise. We must all choose who we trust in this life, mustn't we, Captain?
Indeed.
Indeed we must. Alright, that was weird, but fine. Alright, Brooke. Your technique was off in our last fight. I thought I did pretty well, thank you very much.
No.
Pretty well is not perfect. You have too much potential as a fighter to perform only pretty well. I think you mean that as a compliment, and it sounds like one, but it really doesn't feel like one. I don't intend to flatter you. You're raw, and you have a lot to learn. It annoys me to see you make easily correctable mistakes. Help me help you to fix them.
Can you not?
Whoa there, I think I'm gonna blush. Cool it with the honeyed words.
You can't be serious.
See, stop for just 1 second with the deflection. There's a great deal that I can teach you. If you want to stay alive during these dangerous times, you'd be a fool to turn me down. Wouldn't be the first time. I am not going to beg you to take my help. Tell me now if you want to learn. Fine, I want to learn. I promise to be a good little princess and act studious for you. You've read me wrong if you think I want you to act studious. I've slain hundreds, Sia. I barely know how to read. I am a potent weapon, but I know my strengths as well as my weaknesses. Hundreds? I worked as an assassin for the entirety of my youth, and then some. If you agree to let me train you, you are understanding that I know how to kill, and will not seek to teach otherwise. That's heavy. Hold on, I saw you reading some huge manuscript not 2 days ago.
Fine.
Alright, fine. My master taught me in many capacities, including more studious things. I don't get started with me. I'm trying to help you understand that what I teach is not pleasant. It isn't happy-go-lucky barmaid business. I know. I hear you. I'm not as dumb as I look, you know. I don't think you look dumb in the slightest. I think you're much smarter than you give yourself credit for. Let's get started then. Okay, I can respect that. That was good. That was good. All right, Sloan. Have some manners. I'm trying to spend some time alone here. Oh, excuse me. I missed the big sign with that written on it and happened to walk within 20 feet of you. Huge mistake on my part.
Guess I'll state the obvious.
If you had any sense of tact, you'd have seen me and realized what I was doing.
Right.
You know, you're probably right. That sounds like it was intended to be an insult. But I'm all tactless. Been this way since birth. You really don't... you people make no sense to me. Have you not spent any time in Sojourn? Actually, I've never been. Just a bumbling country lad, aren't I? Does it just make your blood boil spending all this time with us uncivilized youths? Yes, happy? I'm used to hot, drawn baths and 3 servants at all times.
You're really something.
Oops, and then I accidentally skipped the dialogue. Sorry. The river's right there. It may not be warm, but it works just the same. I'd even say better, the current helps you wash. How uncouth, asking a lady to bathe. Would you prefer I ask you to join me? I'm a good teacher, I promise.
No.
You're simply disgusting, Garric. I don't need to be taught to bathe.
Are you sure?
I don't recall specifying that's what I intended to teach.
Gods.
Get out of here before I call Lincoln to fetch you. Yes, ma'am. Alright, okay. A little back and forth there. Ooh, Sophia and Bianca. Alright. Was that your first time behind bars back there, Sophia?
Yep.
At Drakenweld? Yeah, and hopefully the last, too. Well, that's good to hear. I wouldn't want anyone causing us trouble.
Well,
Well, you don't have to worry about me. I'm usually pretty good with rules so long as I can remember them. Butter gets into trouble sometimes, but for the most part, I'm there to get him out of it. So you're the responsible one. Pretty much.
How cute.
Great. I guess he is a ferret after all, so the bar is pretty low. Exactly. Wait, what? What kind of trouble are we talking about exactly? You know, picking fights with bigger animals, breaking into things, stealing food, that sort of thing.
Huh?
I see. A word of advice, try to keep him on a tight leash, especially around Lincoln. Tight leash? I don't think I've ever seen a ferret on a leash. Can't say I have either, Sophia. I'm trying to say that you should keep an eye out.
uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. Most of the time I do that with both eyes. Excellent. Okay, Sophia's not really... Yeah. Sloan and Sophia. See, I told you we'd be fine.
Guess I'll state the obvious.
We're lucky some capable fighters decided to play hero. There was no guarantee things would have ended so nicely. You call that nicely?
That's cute.
You haven't seen the alternative. Come on, you could have busted out of there if you needed to. Now without attracting a lot of attention and probably starting a forest fire. Maybe two. Oh yeah, I guess we are lucky. Incredibly so. How much longer until we've repaid the favor? I still think we'd have better luck in Aramore.
I'm intrigued.
I don't know. I'm certainly not planning to get us wrapped up in any King's War. But this is an interesting bunch. Entertaining, for now at least.
Uh-huh.
I don't mind sticking around a bit longer. Butter seems to like them well enough.
Ugh.
Well, in that case, it's settled, isn't it? Do you make any decisions without consulting your ferret?
Oh, Butter.
He hasn't made a bad one yet. I seem to recall being thrown in a cell. Hey, that wasn't Butter's fault. Yes, well, perhaps if you'd only listened to his advice, that whole affair would have played out differently.
Yep.
Exactly.
Gods.
God, so you actually believe that, don't you? Well, that was weird. All right, Alden. What's up, man? Hey, Sophia. When we found you, I saw you had a pet, but I didn't think you actually fought with it, too. I've never seen anything like that before. It's pretty neat. Thanks, Alden. Yep, Butter and I are absolutely inseparable. You make a good pair. He's a funny little guy, too. He sure is. Want to pet him?
Are you sure?
Would that be all right? Sure, go right ahead. He loves to be pet.
Oh, Butter.
See how he's snuggling into your palm? That means he likes you. Aw, man, that's sweet. I'm surprised you don't have a pet of your own, Alden. Well, I always wanted a dog back home, but I guess it's for the best that we didn't get one. I would have just had to have left it behind anyway. Yeah, that would be hard. Maybe you'll have one someday. I hope so. Then you can show me how to fight with them in battle. I'd be happy to. I bet the two of you would be absolutely unstoppable. That would be totally awesome. That would be. All right, is that everybody? Everybody done? We all good? We all good. Everybody has spoken to everybody else. They're all happy. Our bonds are bonded, and we're all bonded together and stuff. Upgrade time. All right, so whomst have we leveled up? pretty much everyone except for Marin, Sloan, Alden, and Sophia. Everyone else is leveled up. Tier 1 tokens are still required despite us leveling up. So I wonder if like you do like 3 and then? I'm still very curious as to how this all plays out. Well, for right now... Oh, okay, so we upgrade a knife +1 and then we go to the Dirk. I think that sounds good to me. Let's do it. That requires the upgrade token 2. Okay. Makes sense. So I'm probably going to try to... Okay, and I understand now. Power, finesse, focus, and balance. This is kind of a balance between all. This is more power-based with a bit more damage, but less accuracy. This is a lot more accuracy. Actually, it's not even accuracy. I guess this is accuracy. This is crit. This is less crit. Okay, that makes sense. It kind of all comes together. Alright, so who else do we have? Garrick, of course. We did the Warbow. We're kind of going power side with him. I think we're going to continue that path. I kind of want to go the Armor Piercer to be 100% honest, but we'll stick with that for now. I'm going to go back up to Irving here, and I think I'm going to give him the Focus 1. Lincoln, it doesn't really matter that much, man. Probably not even going to focus on you at all, man. Elias, Lightning Strike, Shock, Hawk, the Bolt, the Twister, huh? Have some options. Let's go with Finesse for you. And I realize it's still going to be dependent upon like what's happening at the time. I realize it doesn't mean we're going to always use that weapon every single time. Bianca's been pretty solid as well. She just switched her weapon class, so to speak. So, who knows? We'll go power. Sophia, we went Warbow with him. Let's go shortbow. Kind of a balance all the way across. Do we have any more? We do not. We do have a tier 2 upgrade. I sort of want to give it to Sia, but I think I'm going to give it to Garrick. I really like Garrick. I'm going to give it to him. He's already a beast. Let's make him more of a beast. I think that's fine. Alright, we have shops. Stat boosters. We almost have enough money for a stat booster. We have a lot of healing. Can we... Alright, how about this? Can we go to inventory? There we go. I'd like to convoy that. Okay, and then you, I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull one of these over. A fizzly drink. Ooh, look at that thing. Garrick's okay. Elias is okay. He's got a raw egg. Ooh, a permanent +2 strength. Interesting. I'm going to put that aside because I'm sure I'm going to want to use that at some point. Alright, so we got Lincoln, we got Sia, we got Elias. Okay. Brooke, Bianca, you're fine. Marin could use a crab cake, maybe. Sophia could use blood orange. Sloan, maybe some baked beans, and some corn on the cob back to Sloan. Okay, I think that's fine. Alright, stat boost. Strength, huh? We also have Chamden's Flux. Damage is changed to a random amount of +/- 30%. Ooh, I don't know if I like that. Kind of the Agent of Chaos there. It's only for the hardiest of heroes. Well, I feel like that should definitely go to like Irving or... Yeah, let's just throw it on him. Can we use it now? maybe we can only use it in the deal. Yeah, that's fine. Units. Just looking around to make sure we don't have any like special things. All right, I think we're good to go. We go ahead. We're gonna save up here, and we are going to advance. I know that was a long thing, guys and gals. So we'll be doing back-to-back episodes here. I find myself bearing ill news for you more often than I would like, friends. It's good to see you regardless. How bad is it? Well, the king no longer wants you dead. You can thank me for that later. We were protecting his own subjects. Why would he want us dead? Your orders were to return to Sojourn immediately. If the king were any more lenient with order breaking, he'd have a squabbling flock instead of an army. Lincoln can thank you later. I'll thank you now. I'm sure it isn't pleasant standing up to Varric. Much appreciated. All sounds like good news to me so far. What's the catch? I relayed your request to remain together as a group. He wants to test you first. We just cleared out the biggest bandit stronghold in the last century twice, and he wants us to prove ourselves? I must agree with Sloane. This seems rather ridiculous. Look, standing around lamenting life's unfairness won't save your battle group. Varric's word is law. What's the test, then? You'll travel east to the old mustering grounds near Sunboro. Some deserters are holed up in the coliseum there. They've amassed a considerable force and have been a constant thorn in the king's side. We're to take up arms against our own people? Certainly not the most glorious work, but I suspect that's why Varric deemed it a fitting test for deviant soldiers. Never thought we'd be fighting other Delians. They've taken to waylaying travelers along the road. They're nothing short of bandits now. They disgrace the Delian armor they wear. Troubling as it is, it sounds like we've narrowly avoided anything worse thanks to you. You have my thanks yet again, Commander. Of course, old friend, anytime. Alright, beat up some deserters. Okay, I can do that. As a little girl, I used to wonder what it would be like to fight in an arena. Well, I guess I'll finally get my chance. Well, as far as I understand it, there are actually quite a number of rules governing honorable gladiatorial combat. Well, I doubt we'll see any such rules observed here. I've yet to encounter brigands with a taste for honor. Hail, travelers! We're spotted. Look alive. You've nothing to fear. Come to join our cause. Your cause? Do tell, under what banner do you assail traitors on the road?
Here's the deal.
The banner of peace. Those were no mere traitors. Those caravans brought machines of war against good people of Aramor. And what of our good people? Should they fall victim to Aramor's machines of war? They wouldn't if they would just join us in laying down our arms. Seems you'll not have that chance just yet.
Time for a beatdown!
As you'd have it. To arms, people! The king's men have returned. Drive them back. But you're so plucky and cheerful. We wanted you to join us. And maybe you will. Only time will tell. King Varric has ordered you to clear out a group of violent deserters who have been caught waylaying caravans on the way to Sojourn. Sweet, we get to deploy 11 out of 11. I am a fan of 11 out of 11. In fact, we look like we even have 2 slots open that we could deploy more. Alright, what are we up against here? We're up against a whole heap of bad guys. Where's the gal that was just there she is, Alexa. Alexa, cancel for anyone who has one. I don't mean to trigger her and make her super upset. You happen to be listening on speakers. I am one of those old-timey people that doesn't believe in having such silly things around the house. Probably to my detriment. It's fine. We shall make it work. I think this is probably okay. Alright, let's dive on in. This group of Delian deserters will never give up. Defeat them all. You know, we could... You know what? Let's do it. We're going to technically end the episode right here, right now. And I told you guys we're going to have a shorter episode here and there. Instead of diving super deep into this, we're just going to end it here. And then we'll start fresh in the next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. A lot of little storylines, some bonding, and all that stuff going on there. And some inventory playage and whatnot. So, you know, you kind of get to see how everything works out. Anyway, folks, till the very next episode, I have been your host, BUMPY-MCSQUIGUMS. Thank you so much for stopping by the Freak Show. And always remember, we play, we fight, we conquer.